One of the things that got me the most excited about changing over to Kajabi was the ability it gave me to build an entire website. Not just landing pages, not just funnels, not just, courses and all of that, but to actually build my web presence on there with my about, my contact, and, my courses and my library. And I mean, everything all in one place, all under the same domain, with just a change on the slugs on the end, like a regular website. Now, I'm a designer. I'm a web creator. I've created hundreds and hundreds of web pages and websites over the years. But it's long and drawn out, and then you've got to integrate it with maybe a Aweber ActiveCampaign or ConvertKit or something like that to do your emails, and maybe you've got to add on some special code to do this and that. And there were a couple of things that were always driving me crazy. One is, if I was bringing on people to help them get online, that's not really duplicatable, having them to have to learn how to do code and WordPress and all that, all those things. And the other is that it's not an all-in-one. And I was trying to simplify my life. So when I saw that Kajabi did everything, and it's not a jack of all trades, so it's only partially good in something, in most things, but it's not really great in them. No, it's great in a lot of things. And there are some things it could certainly use some growth in, and they're doing that all the time. They're always adding on the payment integration, your taxes integration, your accounting integration, all of that stuff. So, but the fact that I can do my whole website, and I'm going to show you that here in a few minutes, was phenomenal. Now I've got everything, rondeering.com, all in one place, everything tied together, everything integrated, all the statistics, everything in one place, and it makes my life significantly simpler. So let's go ahead and jump into it. Okay, so let's get into the web design part of it. Now, this is my partner area in my back office for Kajabi, not my main one. But I want to show you real quick. Here is my website. Okay. So it's got my coaching courses, membership, blog, podcast, contact, library, obviously your Kajabi trial, and everything else. Everything here is done in Kajabi. Everything, all that, a little bit of CSS I added, but most of it is pretty much drag and drop, and what you see is what you get kind of thing. Okay. This happens to be a widget. They now offer widgets. So this is a built-in widget where you can add all your social media proof, and so forth. Okay. So let's go back to here, and I'm not going to go into that one, but so when you're in your back office and you go into website, you can go into website pages, but design is the first one here. And this is kind of where you pick your template, right? So this template is going to apply to all of these website pages, not your landing pages, but your website pages. And I just chose Carl, but if you go here to browse templates, it's got Serenity, here's Carl, Reach, Creative, Rise, Hopper, Streamline Home, all kinds of different ones, Kim. So if you want to use one of these, then you would install it first. So let's say I want to use Kim. I would say add to save templates. And now it's doing its thing. And now it adds it to the save template. So then I can go down here. And the cool part about this is you can either set it to live, or you can click down here and customize it all, check it all out before you set it to live. So I could essentially go in here to customize and set up, let's say, on the hero section here, which is this part here. I want the background image. Maybe I want this to just be nothing. Okay. Or I do want it to be an image, and I'm going to upload, or I'm going to select a recent one that I've got in here, maybe this one here, and put it as the background. And then I can go in here and obviously change the color. I can also, on this, which is kind of cool, I can add a background color. So let's say I want to make that darker. I can add this background color of black, but I'm going to change the opacity, which is down here. So I'm going to change this to like 50%. Okay. So it makes it darker so that this text is going to show up. Now I could just change the value of the text, the color of the text. I could also, if this was all in one block, I could put a background behind it and do the same thing, reduce the transparency and make the picture bright again, and just make this block transparently dark so that the text would pop again if I wanted to use light text. And then I just save whatever I've done. Okay, then I can go back over here, go back again. I can go down into, change these cards here, change the picture here and the text in the background. I can do anything I want with these blocks here. I can change the image, the text, whether I wanted to show a call to action button or not. All of those things I have total control over. So that gives you an idea of how you can edit and audit or design it the way you want and so forth. And then the main thing here is up here at your header, right? So if I go back here to the far backest regions, right? I got two things, sections and settings. If I go into the settings, I can choose my style guide. So I can set up, let's say I want an image that goes in the background of the entire page. My primary color, let's say I want my primary colors to be maybe this orange, button backgrounds to be this orange. Once I save this, then all of that, you'll notice that it's gonna change that. Okay, as far as my settings go. And these maybe weren't given the background color, so that's why they didn't change. But let's say I want this to be Montserrat, and this one to be Montserrat. So I would just scroll down till I got there. Again, change the secondary, my heading color, my body font. I want that to be totally black. Secondary, I'm going to do this orange color again, and so forth. And then you can go down here and do the size. If you go back here to settings, you've got design tools if you want to put custom code in, like some custom CSS or JavaScript. And then once you're done with the settings, you save it so that it keeps everything. And then on the sections, on the header here is where if I click on this is where my logo is going to go. And then I also, if I go back on this, I also can choose the menu, right? So it looks like here I've got two menus. So let's say I click on these three dots and I hide one of them, you'll notice that about and contact go away. If I show it again, the about and contact. So these are two separate menus. And then the user menu is this one up here that's got my avatar picture, and then it would have, some other things underneath it. You have all kinds of ways that you can customize this, again, so that you can get it looking exactly how you want it. I split mine up into two, put my logo in the center. You can do all kinds of different things, okay? That's the power in this. Now, once you design like this menu item, the cool thing about that is if I back out of this page altogether and I go down here to website pages, now these are all the pages that the theme has been applied to. Any of these that I open up that have the menu are going to have that same menu. So there's a consistency. Again, if I go up to mine and I go to the blog area, you'll notice that the menu item stays the same. It's consistent throughout. If I click on my logo, it takes me back to the home. Very, very powerful. You can do all kinds of things. There are third-party organizations and companies out there that create themes for Kajabi that you can, if you want to purchase them. But to be honest, this is just a standard theme that I've just modified to make it look the way I want it with my branding and so forth. So the other thing I want to show you, though, is if you go into settings and you go under site details, here's where you can set up your color palette. So you can replace these. You just click on one, put the hex code or, figure out what the color is by dragging it around here, dragging this slider up and down. And then when you're done getting your branding colors in there, then you're going to go down to the bottom and save it. Here's where you can also put in, CSS you want that applies to the entire website, not just a page. This is where you're going to give the SEO, create an image, 1280 by 720 image. Get ready or keep this on here, however you want that. Your profile page, profile image, name, your title, your bio. This is used in courses and all of the other things that would require a bio. Your favicon, which is the little image that goes up here next to your website title, and homepage. You can tell it, which one do you want to show. The default is the template homepage. The currency that you're using, left and right, all that stuff, right? Once you're done, you just save it. And then every time you go in, especially like on the branding colors, every time you go in to color code something, the colors that you have in here will show up as options. And that way you can keep the brand the way you want it. So that in a nutshell is websites. There's not a whole lot to it because you don't need a whole lot. And what they have there is so very, very powerful. Now, is it as good as like Webflow or maybe WordPress where you can really get into the guts? And if you want to learn all that, that's great. Or if you're already a designer, you might want to do that. But for the average person, this allows you to do so much, and it's so integrated into everything. It is just beautiful. But I want to share with you also what I have for you to offer. Okay, so if you get a free trial, so watch this quick commercial. One of the things I want to be able to share with you is an incredible deal that I can offer you to get Kajabi in two different ways now. As a partner, as a Kajabi hero, they've allowed me, if you go to their site, you'll get 14-day free trial. But if you go through my link, I'm able to give you a 30-day free trial. But as you can see here, they've just introduced a new program called the Kickstart program. And that Kickstart program, you're going to get a 14-day trial, and then it's only going to be $69 a month. Now, it's going to be very limited. It's going to give you enough to get started and to try it out and to see if it's really what you want and everything. But it's an incredible way to get started and to just see the power of Kajabi. So I want to show you this real quick. If you go to my site at rondeering.com/Kajabi, again, that's rondeering.com/Kajabi, all lowercase, you can click on your 30-day free trial. Now, the 30-day free trial, you get a full-blown version of Kajabi for 30 days to test it out. You're going to find out about how to get set up in minutes. Everything is under one roof. You can have communities. You can have podcasting. You can have blogs. You can have coaching, all kinds of different things. But what I'm also going to give you is my Kajabi mini course for free and one-on-one coaching. 3 hours of coaching calls to answer your questions and make sure in that 30 days you get started with the right forward motion, the right momentum, so that you can really see what Kajabi can do. I am sold on Kajabi. I use it for everything. I got rid of everything else I was using, all the email clients like ActiveCampaign, ConvertKit, Aweber, all of those. Any funnel creation programs, any web design programs, and I'm a web designer. I got rid of all of that stuff, and I use everything in Kajabi for the automations and tracking and everything. And so all you need to do is sign up. You'll get an email that will tell you exactly how to get access to the course, and then let me know. And you will also get access in the back office once you sign up for the course and get all that together. You'll see that you have 3 hours of coaching. So that's if you go on the 30-day. Now, here's the cool part. I'm going to give you the same thing on the 14-day. So if you do the 14-day and then it goes to 69, you're going to get the same thing and you're going to get the same bonuses. Your choice. That's the option I'm going to give to you. And to be honest, I sell my Kajabi course for $67, and my coaching goes for $100 to $150 an hour for 1 hour. So I want to give you as much benefit as you can to check this out and see if it's right for you. I hope this helps.